Hi. Thanks.
You okay?
Yeah, it's Vivienne.
Vivienne, oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, it's alright. Yeah. They used to call me Vivienne Prisoner. I didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's just reserved for my friends. Sorry, I just need to get that boundary in there. I'm just trying to set some boundaries out in my life at the moment.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
no, that's good. No, that's good.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you for sending your CV in. So I'm just going to talk you through, so we've got some feedback for you. So how did you find it?
I found it hard to do.
Yeah. What did you find hard?
Because I've done so much stuff, and there's a big gap because when I stole that car and drove it into a shop, and then I went to prison, obviously that is a massive gap in the CV, and I don't know what the best thing is to do to make that clear on there.
Okay.
Plus I hate writing.
Yeah.
And
yeah, with what you've just said, you don't have to obviously disclose that information, but I can see where you're coming from with that. But we can put gaps in, and we can kind of work around. You've got to put the gaps in, but you can work around it type thing. But thank you for your feedback. So, So to begin with,
yeah.
you've given a lot of obviously personal details, which is good because the employer can contact you.
Yeah.
So that's a very good start.
Thank you.
So on the front page, one of the things I noticed was actually you're using different fonts. So what I would say is just be consistent with one font.
Oh, I just thought keep it mix it up and make
yeah,
it fresh.
It just makes it look a bit kind of doesn't look very professional. It's just better to keep it consistent, I'd say, and it's easier to read. It's clearer to read.
Shall I just start again?
No, it's absolutely fine. It's an easy fix, and I can help you out with it. So don't worry about that. Don't worry. So moving on, you've put all your GCSE grades, which is great. So you've given all that information. So that's really
I thought about leaving them out because they're not brilliant.
They're really good. Why do you think they're not brilliant?
I got an E for art.
But you've done really well on the other ones. Focus on the good bits.
She's not very good at art.
Okay, so it's great. You put your personal qualities on there. That's really good. And your hobbies and interests. So that's really good as well because whoever is going to be looking at your CV, so your interviewers, they get a really good idea of who you are as a person and what you like. Are you okay? Are you feeling nervous?
I'm feeling a bit nervous, yeah. I'm just feeling a bit nervous.
Don't be nervous.
I'm just feeling...
This is just your first CV that you've written, so we can work on it. And it's not a bad CV at all. It's just we've got things we can work on and we can do it together. And they're simple fixes, so it's nothing to worry about. So you've done your qualities and your hobbies and interests, so that's great. I would maybe put more of your personal skills in. So depending on what kind of job you want and what skills you have, which to be fair, you have put them into each job role that you have on there. So maybe just take out some things you really enjoyed out of those jobs and things you were good at and put it in. So like maybe if you're like punctual or like attention to detail,
not very punctual.
organised.
Not
But
organised.
if you try and think of positive things, don't be hard on yourself because it's easy to do that. Obviously be honest, but
Okay.
yeah, okay?
I'll have a think.
Okay. So yeah, so you've put your previous job roles in, which is great. So there was a gap that I've noticed between the 6th of March 2004 and the 11th of August 2004. Do you remember why there was a gap there? Because you put all your other gaps in, which is great, but I've just noticed that, and again, it's consistency. So if things.
I think I was probably working cash in hand then,
Okay.
so I didn't want to put that in.
Okay. Maybe just.
On a farm.
Okay. Well, you could just put farm work on there, or work experience, or something like that. It's just so it fills the gap in, because that's what the employers will be looking for, is things like that.
Okay.
Cool. So that's good. Let's have a look. What else? Brilliant. So I noticed as well, you haven't included any references.
No.
Why is that?
I don't think anyone will have anything good to say about me. I want to turn over a new leaf, but I feel like the old leaves are just going to get in the way.
Okay.
I can't think of any. Will you give me a reference?
I can give you a reference, so I can give you like a character reference.
Thank you.
But with previous jobs, I think, so employers can't give you a bad reference. So it would mainly be on like your attributes and things like that.
It was my boss's car that I stole.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
We'll have a look into it, because we could just get you more character references, or yeah, well, we can definitely look into that. In regards to your availability, you don't have to put that on your CV. It's good to know what you want, but I would, depending on what kind of work you want, do you know what work you want to do?
Retail.
So with retail, retail, it probably will be quite tricky to get the hours you want and the weekdays you want, because as we know, retail is kind of 7 days a week.
I won't be doing 7 days a week.
No, I don't mean that, but like they're open 7 days a week, so you might be asked to work weekends.
I won't be there at weekends.
Okay, right, you'll have to have a think about that, because that might be a bit difficult. Okay, cool. So we've got a few things to work on, which I can help you with in regards to your CV. But all in all, it is good. You've got the layout there. You've got everything that a CV needs. We just need to tweak a few things, but you've done really well. So what I might do is, or what I will do, sorry, is I will email you with what we've spoken about today, and then the things that we can work on, we'll arrange time to work on it together, if you're happy with that.
Happy's pushing it, but yeah, okay.
Okay. Have you got any questions for
No.
me? Okay. Okay, well, I will be in contact then. Okay. You're welcome.